Welcome to the Stiff Arm.
Stiff arm.
I'm still Rod Mexico. Wow, it's actually a visual. Actually, you can hear the voice. You've only heard this several times, only on audio. But this is what the voice really looks like. It's the magic farmer himself, Elvis Grbac, is joining me. I'm very lucky to have former Ravens quarterback Elvis Grbac with me. Let's talk about your years, Elvis. What was it like? You know, I mean, did the team pay you in fried ho-hos and shit like that, or?
Actually, Odell, they paid me.
Rumor has it.
Yeah. They had paid me in vowels.
Yeah.
So that's why my last name is freaking Grbac.
Yeah. What was up with that?
I'd like to buy an A. Is it Grbac?
That sounds like something you get, like GERD or curd or something like that. It sounds like something you get from
It's something you probably mix with kale.
something with Scrapple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, scrap.
That was some good shit. By the way, the set looks a little different today because I am live and in person I'm actually in a place that's probably under 40 degrees right now, more than likely. As you can see, I'm
He's doing well.
in my very comfy jammies, and it looks like compression socks. Like
Those are actually his legs. He's not even wearing pants. That's how cold he is.
That is how much I don't like to wash my feet. That's how
varicose veins in these legs.
Black, as they like to get. So I'm up here in right now I'm in Pennsylvania,
Just over the Maryland line.
I was just over the line, Smokey. And the reason I came up here is this is a red state, so I wanted to stick it to Trump before he sends me back to whatever Spanish-speaking country that of his choice.
Pennsylvania was the state that put it up and over, I believe.
Pennsylvania was a Spanish-speaking territory at one time too, I believe.
Was it really? Quakers are Spanish.
Do the Amish speak Spanish?
The Amish are from Spain.
They're from Espana.
They're Spanish.
Yeah, they make that Spanish wood and all that bullshit. And they like to raise barns, just like the Spanish do. So I'm up here. This is my first ever road game. Seeing, believe it or not, I'm going to see the shit show, the Miami Dolphins. I'm going to see the Dolphins actually play not the former occupants of the city of Baltimore, but the current.
Praise be to Unitas.
The current incarnation of the Baltimore team has fared much better than the original. You got two Super Bowls.
Well, but the Colts had 2 championships. They're not that thing that's out.
Not the Indianapolis Crows.
That's right. Here, we don't refer to them as the Indianapolis Colts. If you're going to be in the middle of a freaking cornfield somewhere and take our team, you're the Crows. So that's we still okay. You have a team. That's cool.
Is that what they do after every touchdown? Do they do that? It's like a turkey call.
Sure,
is it not
the Crows do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no Colts in Indianapolis.
Do they have Brandon Lee on the side of the helmet?
Is that from? Your ass is vibrating.
Look who I'm sitting next to. But everyone's ass should vibrate sitting next to Johnny.
You mentioned Brandon Lee and this guy's butt goes off.
It sure does, man.
Did you want to check that? There could be some.
I know. There might be some staining back there. I don't want to look. I'm afraid to put my hand back there right now.
So it's
it might look like I did something for a Klondike bar.
But anyway, the Baltimore Colts won back-to-back championships against the New York Giants, who were pretty much the most popular big team of the time. And then
that was the Alan Amici greatest game ever played.
And then they did it again the next year.
So they played it back-to-back.
They won back-to-back, 58-59.
Gotcha.
And then they went to a couple in the 60s that didn't work out well for them. But then they won again in 70. They won a Super Bowl in 70.
The 60s weren't very good to the Colts NFL championship-wise.
No, they had 2 major upsets, games they should have won, but they were still in it every year.
But okay, so if you were to compare, if we were to trying to educate you fucking people who watch this show, all 2 of you, and all of you females, thank you, please, for tuning in. There might be a special...
By the way, he's going to give you...
Stiff arm.
Yeah,
let's just tease him. Don't give him too much.
No, I'm not going to give him too much.
No, just the tip.
If you have email access to him...
Yeah.
Or go
TSAwRM at gmail.com.
Or go to FaceSpace. Mm-hmm. He's on there too.
Ron,
ladies, I'm trying to help him out with his marketing. A lot of people are watching the show, and it's good. It's good because this is the best, by far, sports show around. He says all the things like the NFL Network wishes they had the balls to say.
Wishes.
But where the Stiff Arm is like this, the NFL Network is like that. It's like milking it.
Our balls have fallen.
Yeah.
And it's because of simply because
and they can't get up.
They're done.
They can't get up. I trip over them constantly. So it's like a nonstop game of hacky sack. This guy.
The bad part is they're coded like that too.
Yeah.
That shit happens, man. I need the varicose veins.
I'm telling you right now, and help me with this, ladies. I know he's got a big female viewership, and I told him.
Ask his mom.
Oh, he's like a sausage. He's
Yeah,
like Abe Froman.
Abe Froman.
He's like Abe Froman.
The Abe Froman of YouTube.
The sausage king of Chicago.
Yeah.
He's, I think, personally, I'm just saying, he gets a good viewership. His numbers are good. But I think he's not appealing enough to the needs of his female audience. I told him as a test, if he would do just one show, in a Miami Dolphins thong, and that's it. Test those numbers against all those other shows, he would find out some things. So don't let me down, ladies. If you want to see the thong show,
you know, I think I'll
you
find
want to see
out.
some dolphin thong.
Yeah. I might find out about shrinkage on that show.
Yeah.
It might be chilly. Like, listen, it gets below 60 in Florida.
Yeah, I was gonna say, make sure you just shoot it in Florida. Don't shoot it up here. Don't shoot it up.
Up here, I'm going to have a renub. Up here, it's going to look like an airplane in flight. Landing gear is going to be retracted.
Yeah, it's.
It's going to be bad. It'll be a belly landing all the way.
Don't do it.
It'll look like Airport 77. It'll be bad.
But,
George Kennedy will be in it and everything.
So you're gonna ask about the Colts. You were gonna.
So
say,
yeah.
Who?
So the Colts.
I gotta do a Rubio. Hold on.
Okay, a Marco Rubio. Oh, I figured, man, gay marriage. That's what I thought you were doing. You're Rubio.
Oh, really? He's against gay marriage.
I think he is. You know this.
You know how they are. Those guys with the things. In their
Well, he's gonna get deported too. So my
Don't show
question.
Too much leg.
Listen, the Amish. That'll give me some Amish viewers if you show that.
I don't want the light reflecting off it.
So the Colts of the '60s. Who is it fair to say the Colts of the '60s were like if you compare it to today's NFL? Like how they were. Fair to say a pretty dominant. Franchise?
Yeah.
I mean,
Once they hit in the 50s and went all the way through the 60s, even into the 70s, the United years. I heard an interesting story one time. Tom Matty, who was a running back for them for a long time, said that he thought it was funny when Dallas became America's team. He said before there was ever a Dallas Cowboys, Baltimore was kind of America's team. Because no matter where they played in the United States, they sold out. Because everyone wanted to see United. They wanted to see Gina Marchetti and Lenny Moore and Raymond Berry and whatever. So they were that kind of draw. That actually, he said that every stadium they went to, people had the number 19 jerseys and all that kind of stuff. So they were big box office cashola. So I would say, what do you have now? Everything's Pittsburgh.
The New York Jets.
The New York Jets.
The Dallas
Pittsburgh
Cowboys.
Steelers. The Dallas Cowboys. But we cover other teams like the Pittsburgh Steelers,
And
the New York Jets, and the Dallas Cowboys. Dak.
Sounds like a machine gun fire.
I wish they would talk more about these two rookies the Cowboys have. The NFL Network needs to get on the ball. The Dallas Cowboys, they need to meet.
Yeah, I don't ever hear.
Tony Romo.
I never hear anything about him. I don't hear anything about his
They need to
Ezekiel
cover
Elliott.
more.
I don't know who he even is.
Yeah.
Or Dak,
Dak. They
which
need
I think
to-
is double anal penetration is what that stands for. Dap. His name Dak Prescott? What's his name? Dak, right?
Well, Dak is this, right? When you
Yeah.
get a sneeze. Is that a Dak?
Sure. Why not?
Okay.
Is that what that is?
I'm not really hip with the kids. We got our expert off
He's
camera.
So what's the question?
What is it, a Dak or a Dap?
Dab with a B.
Can Dak dab?
We'll call it Dap.
Can Dak dab?
I haven't seen it in action. He'd probably hit himself, but
No.
that could.
Don't block the star.
It would be
No, of David.
like if it
Is that what
happened.
that is?
It's too cold. It's too cold in Dallas for them. They don't go there. They
So
go down
I,
Big D.
I would guess that the Colts were kind of back in that time were more towards one of the marketable teams.
So to say, I mean, like New England is probably a pretty big draw, and I know you
They're a
don't
big
like.
draw.
I know you don't like to be compared to them, but would it be fair to say? I mean, would it be fair to say that the Colts had a lot of bandwagon fans back in the day? I mean,
Well, I don't know if they were bandwagon because they earned it. I mean, people wanted to see, They wanted to see Unitas. They wanted to see that team. They were a winning team. But I can't say that they're New England because the Colts used to be on the wrong end of a lot of calls.
So that's a tradition that's been kept alive in the
A
city.
long time. Yeah.
So even the Colts were getting screwed.
Very. I mean, they were just there was
Not even
there was a
dinner,
lot
they
of
just
calls
screwed.
that just didn't go their way, or they just did some last minute things. I mean, Unitas was famous for winning in the fourth quarter, but sometimes just the ball bounced the wrong way.
So this is also a in this little episode we're shooting. This is a before shot because I don't know what I'm going to anticipate tomorrow. I've never seen a game on the road. I've been heckled enough at my own goddamn stadium by these other asshole Dolphin fans I'm with. Now I'm going on the road. I'm going into, and this was a game. If you would have asked me back in September that there would be something to play for, I would have made you piss in a cup.
For both of us.
I just want to see you piss in a cup. That's all. I've always wanted to see you piss in a cup. It's
It'll
fantasy.
happen. It'll happen tomorrow.
Cool.
It's going to happen tomorrow.
Cool.
Once I sit down and watch a game in the stadium, I don't get up.
Yeah.
I won't go into those bathrooms.
Yeah.
I will not.
Oh no.
I will not.
Why? Because was Chokel there before?
Are
they savages there?
You'll get Gerback.
Okay.
Yeah.
That sounds like something that'll make you sterile.
It's, yeah. I've been Gerback.
I got Gerbacked. I was with some Czechoslovakian girl and she Gerbacked.
How would you like to be like the third famous Elvis in the world? Elvis Presley? No. Elvis Costello?
No.
Elvis Gerback? Oh.
His parents must have been big fans of the Commitments. Elvis was not a Cajun.
That's right.
Father lost his shit on that.
That's one of my favorite movies.
So as a road fan, before I go to that, so this is a game that back in September, I predicted the Dolphins to go 2-14. I would not expect to be sitting.
Really?
Yeah, 2-14. I expected
That's
their
a
only
true
win.
fan.
I expected their only wins to come over Cleveland, and I thought maybe Tennessee. That was
You always split with New England, though.
Yeah,
You
so
always
maybe
do.
3-13, and possibly the Jets. All right, so maybe 4-12. I would have projected 4-12. However,
I gotta commend you. You're such a true fan. A true fan. You would think a true fan, or you would go
16-0 Super Bowl.
Yeah, we'll go Super Bowl every year. Super Bowl. This is the year. This is the year. A true fan says we're screwed. We're
Did I lead the iron?
yeah. We're first. We got the first round pick coming our way.
And it's still amazing, and I'm very. I tell people, they go, "Oh, you got to be excited." I go, "I'm cautiously optimistic." That's the way you have to be.
Still a long way. It's a long season.
There's a lot of shit left. I mean, there's 4 weeks of season left, but you know how much shit is going to get flipped more than Jesus did the tables at the fucking temple.
They had it coming.
They did.
I don't want to bring up bad blood or whatever, but they had it coming.
They did. That's what Taylor Swift wrote that song about, actually.
Exactly.
About
Shake
Jesus.
it up.
Yeah.
Shake it up.
Shake it up. I don't
It
know.
was at the
I
Cars.
forgot all that. Something about a white T-shirt. I don't know. I don't know how I know all those songs. So, we have a lot of questions to answer later.
Do me a favor. I would much rather have you wear Miami Dolphin gear to freaking Raven Stadium tomorrow. You will get your ass kicked less
Listen.
than if you stood up and started telling. I know everything about Taylor Swift there is to know. Go ahead, test me on lyrics. That will get your ass kicked more than.
I intend on
Miami
starting a
Dolphins.
fist fight with Wham playing in the background would wake me up before. I'm going to smug it.
That was a buddy of mine did that.
Is he going to be there tomorrow, by the way?
I don't know.
Is he alive or dead? No one knows. Is he
No
like
one knows.
Is he like D-Day in Animal
I
House?
will tell you, he's such a fan that even if he is dead, he'll still be there.
What about the other guy? Is he going to be listening to the Ravens game on the radio? Is that guy going to be there?
Oh yeah. Oh, no.
Rockin' Bob, was that his
Yeah,
name?
he used to yell at me. Well, you're not listening to the game on the radio? No, I have this thing called TV.
No, I have cable,
I
motherfucker.
go on the game. Well, let's sit outside the game. Just listen to the radio. No.
So this is a game. Never my wildest. First of all, never my wildest dream that I think I would be going to the game. I was completely content. I'm like, I just want to come up, hang with you. We watch the game.
Yeah.
And like, we're going to the game. I'm like, what?
Well,
So
you're a special
first
man.
of all, thank you.
You're very special.
My sister tells me that all the time.
Yeah.
I'm special.
Yeah, you're
Like
you're
touched.
special.
Like Bunchy special. Yeah.
Taylor Swift special.
Yeah.
You've got issues. So, got,
I have a shit ton of them.
got issues, but
This game has a huge for both of these teams. If Baltimore needs to keep winning to keep their foot on Pittsburgh's throat. Miami needs to keep winning in order to hold on to the second playoff spot. And I did see something on the crawler tonight on NFL Network that said if the season were to end today, this would be the wild card game. You'd be hosting Miami.
okay, I can believe that.
Which it's like that seems like, but that's all the Dolphins ever fucking play. If we go to the playoffs with Baltimore, like, oh god, again?
That's true.
Shit,
That's
but
true.
this is all we lost.
That's
Like,
true.
look.
Yeah. Gracie throwing a Warfield again.
It's like every
Google it, kids.
Yeah, not Greg Gracie. Yeah.
Yeah, but no. Here's the deal. It's still a long way to go, as usual. And I know people always keep trying to put the Ravens Pittsburgh rivalry to bed. You know, it's just not there anymore. And the Cincinnati Bengals, you know, whatever. And for all those people, you know, if you're going to ditch the rivalry, the truth behind it is Baltimore has beaten the Steelers 6 of the last 7 times we played, including knocking them out of the playoffs a couple of years ago. But regardless of that, that just makes the Steelers angrier. Because that's the cool thing about a rivalry. We might have the hot hand for a while, but we still got to face them one more time, and that's going to be an ass whooping. I mean, they're tired of and now the playoffs are on, but we could get our ass whooped. Though I think they come here. It doesn't matter. That's the cool thing about the rivalry. It doesn't matter. We hate each other
It's
so
usually
much.
the road team always wins that.
Yeah, well, we can hate each other so much, we'll just play in Cleveland Stadium. They're not using it.
Yeah, there's plenty of seats.
Just go there.
Ample parking.
Declare war. But we still got that. We got New England, and we can usually whip New England. We're one of the few teams that have their number. You know, we know how to stop Brady. You hit him in the mouth, and you make him throw over 10 yards. And then he panics. Ah, you know, can't bubble screen.
And you need to take his Uggs away.
Yeah. So, yeah. But we still got to face those guys. They're tough. We have.
You know, we got bad blood. That's another Taylor Swift song. There you go. So, that's your Steeler Ravens game. That could be your theme song. Bad blood.
I'm gonna wash this couch when you're off. When this is done,
Get a washy.
I'm gonna washy this couch. From where just my seat's fine. I'm scrubbing this shit down.
Oh, I have soaked this thing. It's done.
It's toast.
I drenched it.
I'm gonna swifter it.
You may want to burn it.
I might just burn this half of the couch.
My scorched earth.
But I think Baltimore still has Philly. You never know with Philly. They got a tough defense.
Home Scrapple.
Oh, Scrapple. What did you think? He tried
I ate
Scrapple
Scrapple
today for the first time.
It's
Scrapple.
got a funny. It's a weird kind of taste to
It
it.
tastes like Pennsylvania. It does.
It tastes very Dutch.
Dutch.
I don't know what that means, but it tastes very Dutch. It was good. I liked it. It looked like I was like, is this a brownie or a loaf of bread? Am I going to see colors after I eat this? It's like
Yeah.
I did though. I did see colors.
Yeah. You get stoned.
I saw what colors. I saw the colors of the Lord. It was.
A lot of people, like when we were young, you know, you kind of hollow out, you try to make a bong out of anything,
Mm-hmm.
you know, or a pipe, you know, an old toilet paper roll or a corn apple and try to do it.
Or Scrapple.
And no, well, we were very poor. We couldn't afford the marijuana, so we used to smoke a lot of Scrapple.
Yeah.
You put that in an apple and smoke it, and it's really actually healthy.
Was it?
pretty
Is it paleo? Is that what that was? It paleo?
Paleo. It's very paleo.
It's very gluten free.
Very gluten-free paleo. So smoke up, kids. Buy your Scrapple. It comes in a big block.
So this game has big
Oh, you're
implications.
the other team we're playing. I was trying to name all the different teams we have.
Yeah.
We play you tomorrow.
Tomorrow you guys
That's
play.
a nice coincidence.
Yeah, isn't that weird? So, big play implications on the line. My question is this: going to road game. How much shit am I going to get?
Tons.
Seriously?
Tons. We're in a nice section. I made sure that we got tickets in a nice section.
The Christian
We're
section.
okay. Yeah, we're in the Christian section. But there are sections that and they might still throw shit at you from those sections, from the upper decks if they spot you.
I'm going in my shit. I'm not pussying out. I'm not going incognito. I will be loud and proud.
I took my 12-year-old son to a game once, and we were playing Cleveland.
That's true.
And we were sitting in a section of rabid Raven fans, And like the guys in front of us were talking to the guys in back of us. And, did you see that pass? Hey, he caught it. It's a touchdown. Blah, blah. And all of a sudden, the guy in front of us, big, dopey, bearded guy, turns around and goes, "We better take it easy, though. We don't want to get the Cleveland fans all upset." And I'm looking around going, "Who the hell are you talking to?" And he points to me and my son goes, "You're obviously from Cleveland. You're not wearing any Ravens gear." Just because we weren't wearing any Ravens gear,
It's cold.
we had to be Cleveland fans. Just because we were not wearing purple.
Right.
That's how nuts they were. And I told the guy, I said, not only am I not a Cleveland Browns fan, I have been to the city of Cleveland, and it sucks.
Everybody cheered.
And I got a standing ovation from that section. I was the hero to my son that day. My son was just like, "Oh, they cheered for you." Because I went to Cleveland and made it back.
That's a,
Just that alone.
and didn't get a case of the scrapple. from Cleveland.
So you don't ever get scrapple from Cleveland.
No.
Don't.
You just get scrapped.
Let me
or
put
crap.
it to you, let me put it to you this way.
Shit. They get from Cleveland.
They put things in there.
They would tell you that they were fishing and they caught you some scrapple. That's not where scrapple comes from. If your scrapple has a fish hook in it, throw it away. Throw it away. It's probably cod.
Now, have you been to road? Have you ever seen any of the teams you follow play on the road before?
No, because the other places that I used to see games was when I lived in Detroit. So Detroit was my home team then.
Right.
So I saw other teams come in, there. But
But is Baltimore generally? I mean, are they usually inhospitable to anyone that's road? Because some cities, like Philadelphia, everyone knows you.
Philadelphia,
You don't want to go up in
they
Philadelphia.
eat themselves.
Right.
They're cannibals. They're cannibals there.
Like Oakland, it's like another
Yeah,
city.
it's like, you see Ewoks carrying freaking Harrison Ford on a spit, walking right past your section. Cold beer here. That's a crazy place. I have been to Philly once. I saw a game in Philly, and I'm not going back.
Who'd you see play in Philly?
I don't remember. I was scared.
I don't think they're there. I think I just went for the fights in the
It
stadium.
might have been the Colts when they were still around.
I was. Is it Veterans Stadium? So you went to the old.
The old one.
Oh
yeah,
shit!
the
Prison
yeah.
yard. You were actually in D block.
The old one.
You were there.
Yeah. So I've seen a game in Philly. I went to Chicago once.
Soldier Field.
Yeah, that was cool. I like that one.
The only other stadiums I've been to is I've seen Buccaneers games. I went to New Orleans. I saw a game in the Superdome.
Okay.
Actually, I saw the Saints play Carolina. It was their first year in the league. It was in '95, and Tom Collins was quarterback for the Panthers. Tom Collins. And Chrissy Everett.
Chrissy Everett
was the quarterback of the Saints that year.
I forgot he went over
That's
to the.
where he
the
finished
Saints.
up. Yeah, he finished up like another team with another wayward,
Yeah.
cast-off quarterback. We were talking about.
We were talking earlier that there's some teams in the league that just have that habit of picking up other people's, cast-offs.
Baltimore.
We've had a couple number one picks though.
You've-
With Burt Jones. I'm not.
No, I'm talking the Ravens more so than the Colts. I mean, the Ravens.
I like my Flacco. People, you got to bash up on your home quarterback because he's yours. You own him. It's like your little brother. Only you can beat the shit out of your little brother. Somebody else touches him, you go crazy on him. I like my Flacco. Flacco.
But prior to Flacco, you guys had a history of like.
Can I tell some quick stories about our very first quarterback?
Yes.
Do we have time? You want to take a commercial break and come back?
No, we can go.
We can go right through. You know how to edit this stuff?
I can.
He's a pro.
I'll
He's
figure
a
it out.
Stiff arm.
Yeah.
Two of my, and I hope he's not watching because I don't want to offend him. But if his family's watching, this is the truth.
Tough shit.
Our very first quarterback for the Ravens was Vinny Testaverde, big-time Heisman Trophy winner, major kind of underachiever.
And inspiration for Brillo pads with that hair.
He was.
Yeah.
Vinny Testaverde was what you would call nowadays a phenomenal fantasy quarterback. Put up great numbers, but he couldn't win.
Oh, I thought it meant that he could actually play in the league because that was a fucking fantasy.
Yeah. No, he had every skill you could think of. He was a giant dude, hell of an arm. When he ran like a freaking fullback.
Could scour pots with his hair. Beautiful.
But he would get hot in like the second and third quarter. So the first quarter he may throw an interception or whatever, start the game well. Second quarter So he wound up throwing for like 300 yards during the game. Then in the fourth quarter, when you need him, I think there was a stat one year that he only threw 10 interceptions, but something goofy like 8 of them were in the end zone in the fourth quarter.
That'll bring rain.
Yeah. So he, but 2 famous Vinny Testaverde stories, real quick, to tell you how our franchise started off with our quarterbacks. Very first game ever, we played the Raiders. Testaverde scores the very first touchdown in Ravens history. Scores, Ravens Stadium going crazy. It's a packed house. We waited a long time for football. We already jumped up 7-0 on the Raiders. He runs into the crowd and hands the ball to a fan.
Mm-hmm.
The very first touchdown ever as a Raven. Hands it to a fan in the stands, and it's revealed later that it was an Oakland Raider fan. Out of all the people, he hands it to he says, "How was I supposed to know?" And in the picture they show him handing it, and the person has the silver and black face.
Was he just
paint.
like Darth Vader?
Yeah, and the silver and white. I'm like, he'd probably be the only one in the stadium dressed as a Raider. That's a good way to tell. So that was our first touchdown ever. But even more important to that, there's a big place called the Inner Harbor.
Mm-hmm.
That's downtown. It's in the harbor, the Chesapeake Bay, and it's just a huge place to party. And there's all kinds of shops, and it's a marvelous tourist attraction. They had a stage down there to announce the team.
Right.
They were going to announce the logo, what our official name was, finally.
Mm-hmm.
And Testaverde's up on the stage as our big quarterback. Got it stuck in a llama. And we're like, what the hell?
Yes, what?
Yeah.
A llama?
I might have skipped part of the story. We blacked out for a second.
Yeah.
We were talking about somebody else different.
Llama. Wait a minute.
Yeah, he got gerbacked. Yeah, because the llama has multiple consonants too that he didn't need.
Right.
No, so Testaverde is the big guest star, and he's staying on the stage overlooking 1,000 Baltimoreans, all excited about football being back. And we just announced that we're going to be called the Ravens. And Testaverde grabs a football to throw it out into the crowd, right, to celebrate. And he throws the ball, and there's one flagpole at the corner of the stage. He throws it into the crowd, it hits the flagpole, and bounces back onto the stage.
Into a Raiders fan hands.
No, just right back on the stage.
Oh.
Vinny Testaverde is the only quarterback in NFL history who couldn't hit 1,000 people. 1,000 people, and he missed them. He boink right back, right back. That's the history of Ravens quarterbacks. When you stand on a wide open stage and you can't hit the crowd, that's our guy. That's our guy.
That is who you make your franchise.
Oh, we won a Super Bowl though, man, with Trent Dilfer.
That's
I mean,
right.
that's. I always argue with people when they say, "Well, the '85 Bears were a better team and it had better defense," or the Pittsburgh Steelers of the '70s or whatever. I always argue. Let's see what the Bears could have done with Trent Dilfer, and we start with Tony Banks. Dilfer wasn't even the starter; he was the backup. Look at our team. Chicago Bears had Jim McMahon and Walter Payton. You could keep feeding the ball to Payton, you were fine. Steelers, Bradshaw, Swan, Stallworth, Franco. I'm not saying that those defenses weren't great, but when you can win a Super Bowl after going through, 4 games? What's the official thing? We went 4 games without a touchdown. It's like, we set an NFL record for that year. We went like 20-something quarters without scoring a touchdown.
Now,
and you still wind up winning the Super Bowl? That's a badass defense.
There's a possibility tomorrow that game might go 20 quarters without a score. It's very possible. This might be a soccer game tomorrow. This might be a lot of.
You got Ajayi.
We got Franklin Ajayi, but
you got Ajayi. I like Ajayi.
But you guys have a defense, so
you guys got a defense. You guys got some. You guys got some players. You got the guy from Detroit that we used to have, the big bully, the face stomper.
Oh, Sue.
Yeah.
Boy named Sue.
Well, somebody's gonna. Yeah. He's. You got him.
We got Cam Wake.
Got some good pass rushers.
We have South Beach Ladyboy is going to be there. Kiko.
I'm
telling you, wait to see Kiko's midriff shirt.
Yeah.
It's like this. It's like stops like right there. Belly button. He's very, 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 very attractive man. Wheezy, my sister, is in lust, I think, with Kiko. He's an animal. My sister, if she sees a...
Is he the one who's saying "Don't Go Breaking My Heart" with Elton John?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Kiki D'Alonso. That's
Kiki
him.
D'Alonso.
Yeah, absolutely. His voice sounds a little different now.
Well, he's reached puberty.
So we're going to shoot a post-mortem tomorrow. I might look drastically different. I might have a Natty Bo logo.
We're going to do it Monday.
Might be burned in my head.
You leave on Monday.
We're going to shoot, 7 in the morning?
We'll shoot it
6
on
o'clock in the morning.
You're not going to come too. Till Monday. They're going to prison stomp you.
I'm going to be treated like a narc at a biker rally. All I ask is just be gentle and call me in the morning.
We were sitting in a section with these rowdy people, just to give you a Baltimore behind the scenes, and these guys next to us were picking a fight with some guys a couple rows down that were wearing the wrong jersey, and the one friend turned to them and said, "Did you want to get kicked out again like last time?" And he said, "Well, I didn't do anything wrong." He goes, "You knocked a cheese." We were playing the Packers and they had the big cheese wedge. Knocked a cheese wedge off the dude's head. You like leaned over 3 rows and whacked it off his head. He goes, "He had it coming." He goes, "He was 10 years old."
So I'm going to be dealing with straight up bullies tomorrow.
Bah, cheese
Wonderful.
head.
So, all right. Well, that's all the time we have for this special road
That is
edition.
literally all the time you have left.
This is it. Listen, one of two things is going to happen. Either the Raven fans are going to kill me, or the next show I'll be shooting will be over the wall in the real Ron Mexico. Actually, if I do get deported to Mexico, I'm going to insist that they change the name to Ron Mexico. I'm going to lobby. I'm going to run for president of Mexico. I think that's what I'm going to do. I got no records there. And apparently cheap is cool, so...
I already miss you.
Check me out on Facebook, Ron with 2 N's Mexico. Look for The Stiff Arm. Actually, no, it is The Stiff Arm with Ron Mexico. I don't remember. Listen, I got some timers and I've been hitting the head a lot. TSAwRM at gmail.com. And of course, like me on the Twitter, the Twatter, whatever that little bird thing is. It's at Ron Mexico Show.
This is pretty cool. Or let's do one where we're recorded.
Okay, that'd be great. This will be like the lost of it, where we're not pushing rope. Anyway, that's all the time we got. As they say in French Canada, au revoir.